completely dead. There's nothing showing up in the dash either. Whoops. Oh dear, so it's not just one problem, it's several problems. I wonder what's going on then. Oops. So it looks like the battery's died. Okay, so I've just put a meter on the battery, and the good news is I've got a full battery. Okay, so it's right up to over 12 volts. Okay, see the needle? Straight up over 12 volts. So that means the battery's good, which is good. But that means there's an electrical connection somewhere, and that might have happened when I'm just looking around the back here, and there's all these wires and things here that are a bit daggy. There's some funny connections, and maybe we grabbed something and tweaked it while we were lifting it into the trailer. And you can see just from here the wiring's pretty daggy. There's been lots of repairs and stuff going on. That's the problem with buying second-hand stuff. You never know what you're getting. Why do they repair it? Why do they replace it? If you're repairing a wire twice in an inch, run a whole new wire, please. But so I'll have to do some right wiring tracing and probably pull the ignition switch off and have a look what's going on behind there, and and at the end of the day it'll probably come down to a bad contact. Hopefully I can find a bad contact and it's not too much work. There's some of the grass I was running through. Great big tall stuff, way taller than me, way over 6 feet high. Massive grass it was. Barreling through there doing donuts. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I'm on sandy soil, that's why you're not seeing any mud. I'm on real sandy soil here. Okay, so partially good news. I don't need to buy a new battery, but other bad news is I'm going to have to do probably a tear down of the bike and trace through all the wiring, try and find something that's broken. There's wiring around the front here. We lifted that on, but we lifted it on by the bull bar. That was a nice beer I had. There's a whole lot of joins under here as well. There's a lot of daggy wiring all joined up. And I can see connectors there. Maybe it's just a connector that pulled out. Might be the headlight one, of course, but there'll be something under there. But as you can see, it's a nice neat quad, no rust in it. Everything's in real good nick. The only problem really is I've got one tyre that's fairly baldy. Hey, that's good enough for me. I'm not doing burnouts or anything on it. I just do donuts. and drive like a maniac sometimes. It does about 40 miles an hour, and on this track in here, 40 miles an hour on a sandy, rough, undulating track is plenty fast enough. Believe me, it's terrifying. So it's good enough for me. Just got to get it running again now. What a shame. So belt and some sort of electrical connection is what I'm working on now. Righto. That's enough for today. If you've got any suggestions for me to trace down the wiring break, please let me know in the comments. If you've got any ideas of why the power suddenly went, it's got to be something in there, hasn't it? It's got to be the belt, or else one of the pulley wheels or clutch wheels. Hope it's not the gearbox. I've got forward and reverse on this one. I've only got 2 gears. There's one forward gear and one reverse gear. Now it was in forward then. Now it does start when it's in gear, so that should be fine. It's not the gears that's stopping it. Yep, not the gears, no. I've started it when it was in forwards or reverse before, and it's been fine. So, okay, got to keep looking. Any suggestions, please let me know in the comments.